If you've ever clicked on a website and waited a little too long for it to load, you probably got frustrated and left, right? Well, that's exactly how your visitors feel when your WordPress site is slow. People expect pages to load in just a couple of seconds, and if they don't, they move on. Even Google takes speed seriously. Faster sites rank higher in search results, which means more people can find you. And if you're running an online business, speed is even more important because slow websites lose customers and sales. WordPress is one of the most popular ways to build a website, but it's also a bit heavy. That means it takes up a lot of resources to run properly. The hosting provider you choose makes a big difference. Bluehost, for example, has built-in tools that help speed up WordPress sites, which is one of the reasons a lot of people prefer it. Other providers, like SiteGround and HostGator, have their own speed features too, but Bluehost stands out for its ease of use and solid performance. Plus, if you use the coupon code in the description, you can get 80% off, which makes it a really affordable option. Now, what actually slows down a WordPress site? There are a few common culprits. One is the theme you choose. Some themes look great, but are packed with unnecessary code that makes your site load slowly. Another issue is plugins. Plugins add extra features to your site, but too many of them, or using poorly coded ones, can drag down performance. And then there are images. If images aren't optimized, meaning they're too large, they take forever to load. So what can you do to speed things up? First, pick a lightweight theme. There are plenty of options designed for speed, like Astra or GeneratePress, which are built to be fast without sacrificing design. If you're using a theme that's slowing your site down, switching to one of these can make a big difference. Next, take a look at your plugins. Instead of installing every plugin that seems useful, stick to the essentials. And when you do need a plugin, choose one that's well-coded and regularly updated. Some plugins are all-in-one solutions, meaning they handle multiple tasks at once, so you don't have to install separate ones for each feature. That helps keep your site running smoothly. Another big factor is caching. Caching is like a shortcut for loading your website. Instead of making your site generate everything from scratch every time someone visits, caching saves a version of it and loads that instead. Bluehost has built-in caching tools, so if you're using their hosting, you can enable caching with just a few clicks. If you're with another host, you might need to install a caching plugin like WP Rocket or W3 Total Cache. Databases can also slow things down over time. Think of your database as a storage room. If it's cluttered with old, unnecessary stuff, it takes longer to find what you need. Cleaning up your database regularly helps your site run faster. Bluehost has tools to optimize your database, but you can also use a plugin like WP Optimize to do it for you. To see if your changes are making a difference, you'll want to test your site's speed. There are free tools like Google PageSpeed Insights and Jeetmetrics that show you exactly what's slowing down your site and how to fix it. If your site is still slow, you might need to take a closer look at your hosting. While Bluehost is optimized for WordPress, if you're on a basic plan and getting a lot of traffic, upgrading to a higher tier plan can improve performance. Speed optimization isn't something you do once and forget about. Websites change over time, new content, new plugins, updates. All of these can affect speed. That's why it's important to check in regularly and make adjustments as needed. But if you set up your site properly from the start and use a good hosting provider like Bluehost, you'll already be ahead of the game. A fast website means better rankings, happier visitors, and more conversions. It's worth the effort, and the good news is, with the right steps, it's not as complicated as it might seem. Start with the basics, test your site, and make small improvements as you go. Before you know it, you'll have a WordPress site that loads fast and keeps visitors engaged.